Hi, I'm Anne Wiltshire, and this is my colleague.
Aiste Samsonovaite.
And today we're going to be talking about what constellating is to us and how it's affected our lives. So,
Mm.
first, I'd like to ask you, Aiste, you're in Mexico at the moment, and last week you ran a family constellation workshop. How did it go?
Yeah, thanks, Anne. It was lovely. I'm still in the venue, still enjoying the nature that surrounds this amazing space, and it was a beautiful workshop. Um, yeah, I'm just so grateful, to work with different communities as well and different backgrounds. Here in Mexico, people are very open-hearted and could really feel the community supporting each other, holding each other through the process, through releasing the pain that's been long held in and waited for this space to be opened and to be felt and to be held. So it was an amazing experience for me as well. I'm always so, I don't know, grateful to be offering this work and grateful to be invited here and to share it here. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Oh,
Yeah.
and And what is it that you really love about family constellations?
Yeah, funny. Just been talking about it with our teacher, Barbara Morgan, earlier about like what's the real passion for me in this work. I think it's a good question to answer. I'm still finding the right words for it, but I think the most what calls me to this work is that we come together as humans and we fully support each other in our vulnerability, in our truth, in our hard, sometimes hard paths, hard processes, inner processes, and we offer the best that we can, to each other. That's my my most beautiful thing of this work, and that we all expand by it somehow. Yeah. And you,
Yeah,
Anne, what does
yeah,
fascinate you?
I agree. I think it's what I love is the community of what we have. We are either in a, it can be a small group or it can be a really big group of people where we're all in community together. And I just find family constellations really gets to the point quite directly. And that's what I really love. And without the talking about a certain issue over and over again, we can get caught up in our own stories.
Hmm.
Um, and we can look at a subject and it can really get straight to the point of some kind of realization that maybe we hadn't seen before. And so it just gives us a different, totally different perspective on a particular issue. Um, and everyone in the group can have that experience. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we somehow all leave a little bit different after it. As we
Yes.
open up more to each other, we also open up more to ourselves, and things just realign themselves in our own personal lives, and we approach situations a bit differently after that.
Mm.
What we did here was just a little exercise. We call these mini exercises, but they can be really profound. We were looking in the eyes of our father and our mother and the life standing behind them, and just taking time to, to opening to that connection and to really looking into the eyes of your own father or mother, even it's just through the representative, but it's opening to that possibility, within yourself, that allows a big release, sometimes really needed release to, yeah, to let that love in, or sometimes, to let the anger out, saying, you never were there for me and I really needed you.
Mm.
Um, and nevertheless, you're still my mom and my dad, and you always gonna be that for me. Mm.
Yes, I certainly, but from having trained together with Barbara Morgan, um, I really think her specialism is the grief and the anger and the letting it out and the it being seen and all that suppressed anger is not always very helpful. So yeah, that's been such a gift of being taught things like that.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah. How did it end? How did this work support you personally? Would you like to share a bit?
Mm. I think, well, how I remember the first day on the training with Barbara, um, and I remember that time in my life where I had no direction, and I didn't know where I was going. I was quite apathetic in life, maybe slightly depressed, and and looking back now to having done the training and now running workshops, it's really shown me what my passions are.
Hmm.
And from feeling nothing, I'm now passionate about running my own workshops and running them with yourself and the difference that brings. And I've expanded on my passions of dressmaking and art journaling with polyphoring and and just really discovering living life truly again instead of just under a bit of a grey cloud. So it's just I think it kind of brings living back to me. I feel I've come back to life, which is just such a wonderful gift. Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, thank you for sharing that.
lovely.
Hmm. I've been thinking for myself, like I'm the only child, and my family is quite a small family. And then my parents separated when I was still small. And especially, in the later years, I could see how when the parents of my parents are leaving, I could feel them more and more kind of looking for help in me because they're staying alone. I'm kind of the closest person to them as their parents are passing. And yeah, and as a child, I was very used to, and even as a younger adult, to help my parents, to want to help my parents, to want to save my parents, and to want them to be good and do whatever I can for them to be good, and sometimes offer my own happiness in in that intention of wanting to help them somehow. And just now that when I'm just starting to fully integrate that I cannot I cannot do that anymore. And as much as they ask me, I can give my love, my gratitude for life, and still then, you know, give them their space to grieve, to move, and to maybe grow up in a different way as well in a certain areas, and for myself, live my life, live my life, and not carrying that responsibility anymore of wanting to help or to save them. That was a big one for me. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our workshop in November, it's going to be an autumn workshop, and I think it's very, very special time, to do this work as well, as as the sun is less and less in our everyday, and we are more going inwards, and some deeper topics can come up. It's a lot about loving ourselves and about seeing what things do not serve us, right? Like what's stories or thoughts or emotions even are making us maybe stuck in some places, and that's time to let go. What do you think?
Oh, I think I'm looking forward to the dark nights, interestingly,
Mm,
that the What Goddess House in Glastonbury has to offer us. It's a very special room
mm,
with so much healing that goes on there, and with the strength of the tour and what Glastonbury brings and the workshops themselves. Um,
mm,
yeah, yeah. I just really love constellating, that you never know where it's going to take you. It always will start at the beginning with a little interview, and then we set up representatives, people choose representatives, and then you never know where it's going to go. So having trust fully in this work, that through embodiment, it works its way out, it travels, the constellation travels, and then it culminates in that what appears to be an ending, not always, but often people are left feeling that they can breathe easier afterwards. There's a kind of settling. Um, and I love the aspect of there's nothing to do, that you come, you do a workshop, we're doing the work for ourselves and our ancestors and our family, and we're all connected, and that afterwards there's no homework. That I really love that, the constellation and the trust and the community does this wonderful healing group
mm.
for all of us that are present. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about like, what about the new people that have never done this work, right? And it might look unfamiliar and unknown. Um, how did you yourself arrive to this work? Do you remember?
Mm. Mm. Um, yeah, probably about 20 years ago now. I was in a singing camp called Unicorn, and Barbara Morgan was running a workshop. And so I stumbled across this workshop that was very profound.
20
And
years ago,
20 years
huh?
ago now, which is incredible. And
Hmm.
it's taken me a long time to get there. I didn't get it straight away. I knew there was something, I got asked to represent something that I didn't understand, and what was I doing? But I remember being very, very curious, but slightly wary.
Hmm.
And it took me a few years to go back, and then I started understanding what was going on, or I just felt relief from what was going on.
Hmm.
And over the years, just now, I just adore the work, because from I might be going off track now, but I just know I had a lot of resentment towards my mother, and she just died a year or so ago now, and just before she died, I totally reconnected to my mother. All the resentment melted away like a magic light. Um, and that's constellating, that is purely, I hold purely to have taken me from huge resentment to total love and respect of my mum,
Hmm.
which is so profound. But it doesn't work overnight, but it's been a lovely layering of layers coming off each time I do a workshop of what is revealed underneath.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna plug my computer. I see it's needs a charger. Um, yeah, how would you explain? How does it work for the person who is completely new?
Yeah. Taking it right back so you're completely new, and we call it an issue. So maybe you've got a problem with your brother or sister or father, or a work related issue. So people in the group can choose to come with an issue, and how it works, the way we've been taught it through Barbara Morgan is, um, we have maybe a meditation, and we call it embodiment, where we start to relax. Oh, that's interesting, my camera's zooming out then. And we get relaxed, and then we feel into our bodies, and then there'll be a time where we'll ask people to put their hands up if they would like to do a piece of work. And that's the terminology I use. And not everybody comes with a piece of work, but we will feel into it, of where we are most drawn to, where the energy is needed to be worked on for that day. And that person will be asked if they would like to come and sit in the seat next to us. And there'll be a little interview with that person and the person running the workshop. And it could be their issues about their family or work or money issues. It could be many different things. And then the beauty of it is, we have our stories, and then we say, okay, so choose someone for yourself, and maybe someone for the issue, say it's backache. And we then, the beauty of it is, we let go and we watch what happens. And so the people representing then just feel in their bodies where they're drawn to or what they do. And so we can just sit and watch. And through this process of people choosing to represent, you have the joy of just watching it unfold. And this is what the constellation is called. And I really see this is where you come with one rose tinted set of glasses, but during the process, you're looking at yourself, who is someone else representing for you. And maybe they're saying something completely different to what you were thinking in your head. And miraculously, it evolves, and it's a process. So it's really hard to explain and put into words. So it's really best to come along and just try it out for yourselves and
Yeah.
just see how it works.
I think it's nice to name that we're really going out of our rational understanding and conscious knowing of things and stories in our lives into subconscious, into the things that we know in our bodies that are somehow we know them and we carry them, but we are not consciously aware about it. And the constellation has the possibility to reveal some things about ourselves that we hold truth about ourselves, but maybe it's not the full truth, right? And can bring this new information that we may need for our own healing and yeah, our path.
And I think this is what I really love about constellations, isn't it? And like we talk about, this is our soul level, which is
Mm.
underneath the conscious. And that's what we're looking for, the soul movement and where it wants to go. And that's kind of the answers for us, isn't it?
Hmm. Yeah, just to share more, maybe that why these workshops in Glastonbury are so special, that we work together, we can come together, and we've heard from many people as well who came that they are happy that we bring these different generations, right, as our age difference and life experience, then also, cultural backgrounds uh, and just life background too. Yeah, you've been working as a support person for a while and working with a massage and different therapies, and I myself am a psychologist and have different experiences in the rehabilitation and mental hospital, and also work in a ceremonial way for many years. And yeah, how Glastonbury provides us that space to come together and to bring something new, something beautiful, I think. What do you have to say about that, Anne?
Me too. I love it how we work together. That you bring the lovely rituals because that's what you do. It's just amazing. I love your rituals, Aiste.
Hmm.
And then I just love our trust in each other that we just flow and we take turns doing constellations and it's just such beautiful work to share. And we feel really honoured to be working in such, we just both adore Glastonbury as well. It's special for both of us in our hearts. Yeah.
Yeah, Glastonbury is a place of pilgrimage for a long, long time. It's a place for also the masculine and feminine energies coming together into that sacred union, to say that we all look within ourselves as outside, but also mainly, starting with our own presence. So it's such a special place to be working in. And then the honoring of the land and the water, that people still, live that and acknowledge that connection to nature and life. It's very special. So I would say the people that have not been to Glastonbury and are nearby, I'm so inviting you to come and
Yeah.
experience, that old magic, as they say. Yeah,
Yeah.
a deep connection to life.
Yes. Can't wait. Come and join us for our
Join
next.
us for this November or sometime in future. Get in touch if you have some questions for us. We're happy to share and connect. Anything else, Anne?
No, I think we're there.
Okay, well, hope we'll see you in November.
Yeah. Lovely. Come and join us.
Mm.